Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It is a big holiday here in Costa Rica. I think I might have mentioned it possibly in yesterday's video or a couple of videos ago that today is Independence Day here in Costa Rica. So I'm not seeing or hearing very much of it, being a little bit more remote where I am. I imagine all the parades have already gone. All the kids do little traditional stuff, dress in traditional wear. And it's real cool, but I've seen a bunch of them, so missing a year isn't gonna hurt me too much. And got some friends coming up today. Actually, one of the owners of the house is bringing his family up, so might be going back to the volcano tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's about 50-50 right now. Anyhow, I thought this would be a good video to do today because I just had some ice cream for breakfast a little while ago, and I had plantain ice cream. I've been eating more plantains lately. I go through periods, and I think I've even maybe done a video before on them. Maybe not. Other than just maybe showing eating them in some recipe or something. But yeah, I've been eating more plantains again. Plantains down here are a little bit, I don't want to say, they're a little bit more accessible in rural areas. Like, in other words, like, okay, number one, I've been telling you my banana budget's been getting blown because I've been buying most of my bananas at the supermarket, which is a lot more expensive than where I've been used to buying them. When I go to the farmer's market on Saturday morning, they have this little type, type of banana. They're kind of a local type, but they're the cheaper bananas. They aren't that flavorful, so I don't get a lot of bananas at my Saturday morning market. Now, where I am finding bananas are just on random trips downtown into little kiosks. Like if you go downtown, and this is in San Jose, the city too, if you're walking around, and that's cool, in a city, in a town, there's little stands with fruit. Probably you can't go, I don't know, 30, 40 meters without hitting one. So there's fruit everywhere, and I find my bananas downtown. But what I'm getting around to in my long rambling way is that plantains are everywhere. There's always plantains hanging around, and of different stages. So I've started buying more plantains, and I looked into them a little bit this morning. I kind of knew some of this stuff, but yeah, I'm going to start. They're going to take over a portion of the banana thing because, like I say, it's just not been as convenient getting bananas here and as economical. So anyhow, let's lounge on into it. Now, some people are going to think this is nasty. This is actually just getting right. Sometimes I actually wait till there's a little bit of white mold. Actually, that's just something else. But when there's a little bit of white mold on here, and most people are like, ooh, gross, that's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. These are probably going to go in the freezer, make some more ice cream. But when they're like this, they're perfect and yellow inside. And this is some really good stuff here. Really good stuff. Nice and sweet. This morning, I actually had a bowl of plantain ice cream, and I chopped up bananas in here and got another banana, and I got a banana here too, just for display purposes. Now, one thing too, like I say, the plantains are a little bit, I think if I started buying plantains in bulk or buying more and evening out my bananas, they're definitely more economical. And I think in the States, like, people don't tend to know what they are. A lot of people, the average person will think of them as the rotten bananas, the big rotten bananas. And a lot of times they'll go unnoticed, and they'll go until what most people think. See, most people, this would be thrown away, especially in the States. Nothing could sit on a shelf in the States looking, excuse me, like that. So most people, when they start seeing them, they go, oh, those bananas, oh, they're really bad. Or they even think when they're perfect, when these plantains are perfect, people are like, oh no, that's nasty. Those have gone beyond what they're supposed to be. That's when you get them. So I'm going to start buying a bunch more. Another thing about them is, if you've got other people in the family that are eating cooked and you maybe want to give them something a little bit healthier, buy them when they're green. Now these, and I do this too. You guys know I cook food sometimes, not very often at all down here in Costa Rica, but the green plantains, you boil them, and they've got a good starchy texture to them. Here you go. That's why I said for the high carb people too. Damn it, I should have put some of that information. I've got some nutritional information I'm going to share with you. And they were stacking up the plantain. In one of the articles I was reading, they were stacking up the plantain against the banana and against the sweet potato. And the plantain was actually kicking ass against the sweet potato in a good number of the categories. So you might want to look into these plantains more. Just a few of the pertinent facts here. 1 cup of raw plantains is about 181 calories. 1 cup of sliced bananas, 133 calories. So for somebody that's trying to get in more calories, like me always, to keep the weight on, that's a good thing. More carbs in the plantains, 47 grams, and all of this is based on a cup of each. 47 grams in the plantains versus 34 in the bananas. A bit more magnesium. You got 14% magnesium in plantains, 14% what you need for the day in a cup, versus 10% for bananas. The plantains have double the vitamin C. They have more potassium. It's not double, but it's significant. I want to say it was about, I'm guesstimating on the numbers there, it was about 33%. So there's a lot packed into this plantain. It's really nutritious food. It's a staple down here. It's a staple. I mean, you know, when I was going to the markets, especially when I was out and about going to markets every day and I'm interacting with people and seeing what people are doing, hardly anybody here in Costa Rica goes to the market and doesn't come away with some plantains. They're just used, you know, in everything. Now down here, and I do miss that a little bit, one of the treats, and I was doing this a lot when I started going healthy. I wasn't raw yet, I wasn't vegan yet, but I had started kind of transitioning without knowing it, and I was eating a lot healthier. Well, I was eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and on my Saturday morning treats back then was they fry the plantains. They fry them like in olive oil, which I don't, you know, I don't cook it. Like from the day I turned raw vegan, we won't get into oil here, but from the day I turned raw vegan, I never cooked anything in oil again. And I really don't use oil, ingest oil much anymore. But anyhow, you fry these in oil, and they're better than any desserts you've ever had. So what I'm finding is when they really get ripe, really, really ripe. In fact, this one could have gone like, you can't tell by me squeezing it, there's nothing to judge that on video, but they could have actually gone a couple more days and gotten just that little bit softer. And when they're really soft like that, they're at their sugar peak. I mean, they are so good. But, and I was thinking this morning, you know, as I had the nice cream, it'd be nice maybe with a little cinnamon on there. It would be nice with a little coconut on there. But yeah, if you've got them in your area and you don't know what they are, if you've always thought those are just the big ugly bananas, you didn't even know what plantains were, I try to remember like when I was aware of a difference, you know. I probably caught it fairly early on because I moved from Alabama to Miami right out of university, like in '87. So, you know, there's a big Latin population down there and a big Caribbean. 2 places where plantains are big. In the Caribbean, they know they're plantains. But anyhow, if you can get them in your area, buy some, give them a try. Don't be afraid of that really black, ripe looking skin. That's how it's supposed to be. But anyhow, just thought I'd share with you guys this morning something that I'm supplementing my bananas with a bit these days. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a good week. Almost the finish, almost time for the weekend. What is it right now? It's like about it's the 15th because it's Independence Day. I guess you guys are starting to get some fall weather, some of the people that are watching me. If you're in Canada, if you're in some places in Europe, you might already be cold. But anyhow, love you guys. Peace.